Hi, my name is Jessica Robinson, and I'm here to do a video log for my English Composition 2 class. The subject being obese in America. My thesis statement, and the truth is, Americans are gaining weight and becoming obese every day. However, does being obese determine how you should be treated? I came about this because I was reading two separate articles in two separate books, one by William Selton. His article is entitled, "Please Do Not Feed the Humans," and the other was by Anne-Marie Pullen, "Cruelty, Civility, and Weighty Matters." Basically, the conclusion I got from doing this rhetorical analysis is that love who you are. Be yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. God made you in His image, and who are we to judge? What does it really mean to become considered obese? Is it by being a few pounds overweight or not being the ideal weight that the doctor says you should be for your height? How does one become obese and how can it change? Does it mean that fat people are less than human beings because they aren't thin? What harm can come to your body from being obese? All of these questions come to mind when the subject of obesity is brought up across the world. Yet obesity rates across the world continue to rise. The truth is, Americans are gaining weight and becoming obese every day. However, does being obese determine how one should be treated? Some blame Americans themselves for obesity, and some are just plain fed up with the disrespect of it all. William Selton, author of article "Please Do Not Feed the Humans," indicates that for the first time, people no longer live in the mercy of scarcity. They've learned to feed themselves. According to Selton, more adults are now overweight than underweight. Studies show that in the middle and high-income Americans, the obesity rate is 29%, and in low-income America, it's 35%. The question is, why is it higher in the low-income communities? Selton indicates that a lot of weight gain has tended to rise with income. The higher income Americans can easily afford the Whole Foods, gyms, and personal trainers, whereas the low income communities can't. They have restaurants such as Wendy's, McDonald's, churches, and many others who carry the $1 menus that contribute to the obesity in low income America by making it easier to purchase dinner with 300 to 400 calories per serving instead of cooking a low-calorie meal at home. Selton states, "You don't have to go hungry anymore. We can fill you with fats and carbs more cheaply than ever. You don't have to chase your food. We can bring it to you. You don't have to cook it. We can deliver it ready to eat. America makes it easy to gain weight but hard to lose it." The fact that it's a lot harder to lose the weight gain can lead to many different medical problems throughout the years. The most common disease among the nation, easily among Black Americans, are type 2 diabetes and heart disease, both effects of obesity. Truth be told, type 2 diabetes is a major effect due to child obesity. Most people understand that type 2 diabetes is caused by the pancreas deciding to stop producing insulin, but the main reason for that is obesity. Being overweight a long period of time causes the pancreas to stop producing enough insulin to lower the blood sugar level. In the beginning, the medication administered will be pills to start. Eventually, if the weight is not lost, then the pancreas completely stops producing, and the next step will be insulin injections. If the weight is lost, the possibilities of coming off of the medication are great in numbers. Even though obesity can be the cause of these diseases, doesn't mean that people should be treated differently. Should obese Americans have to walk around feeling ashamed of being overweight? Author of "Cruelty, Civility, and Other Weighty Matters," Anne Pullen, expresses how she feels about the cruel and unfair treatment of obese people in the world. She states that, "I swear, if I sit through one more ad proclaiming that life is not worth living if you aren't thin, I'll slug somebody." Her frustration comes from the media and how they have distorted people's perception on being thin and obese. Every day, every time one turns on their television or pick up a magazine, they're constant reminders of losing weight and how becoming thin is the most important thing to do. So many people are discriminated against because of their weight, from jobs to dating to even applying for an apartment. Marilyn Wan, author of Fat So, says that in 1977, studies show that landlords refuse to rent an apartment to a fat applicant, but willing to rent the exact same apartment to a thin applicant. So what does being overweight have to do with renting an apartment and maintaining the rent? People assume that fat people are slobs and nasty, but on the contrary, many people are being hurt because of others' perspective on obesity, and the media has a lot to do with it. There are a lot.